from the British Complementary Medicine Association. We hope you've had an absolutely wonderful year and that you're soon getting ready to wind down and take the time to reflect on all the great changes, growth, and progress that you've made this year. That's exactly what we've been doing here at the BCMA, and we wanted to take this time to share with you because 2017 was a year of total change, growth, and progress for this association. So for those of you that don't recognize me, my name is Brittany Spence, and in June of 2017, I was nominated and elected as chair of the BCMA. I'm absolutely humbled and honored for this opportunity, and I cannot wait to share with you all of the progress and growth that we've made this year. So let's get started. I want to remind you that the BCMA was established in 1992 with a direct aim of being a voice between the government and the industry. We were a part of some very important conversations, including Prince Charles's initial 5-year plan to see homeopathic and herbal remedy added to the NHS and into conventional medicine. This 5-year plan didn't work out as he originally planned, but it's important for you to understand really how powerful BCMA's name was when it was first established. Over the years, we've seen a decline in our active role in government all-party parliamentary groups, but we've worked really hard this year to try and reestablish that name in the industry. Very active in 2 parliamentary groups, that is the All-Party Parliamentary Group for Traditional Indian Sciences and the All-Party Parliamentary Group for Integrated Health. We are looking to grow these groups, but for now we are definitely keeping our hands busy and full with these 2 groups. Let me share a little bit with you with what's happened this last year. The All-Party Parliamentary Group for Traditional Indian Sciences is led by Amarjeet Bhamra. Mr. Bhamra is very active in his role in leading this group, and he has done some fantastic things, and we are so happy to support his progress. Some of the things that he has been up to was he established the Yoga for NHS group. And those of you that follow the progress of NICE guidelines, you will be aware that yoga was actually approved for GP referral for low back pain. We were a part of this group, we were very active in it, and we want to thank Amarjeet for all of his time and effort that he's put into this group. We are now seeing yoga going into national occupational standardizing. We are not in the immediate conversation of this group, but we are in the loop and we will keep you updated as news progresses. Further from that, we were also a part of the APPGIS's International Yoga Day. This has grown into an International Yoga Week, and it is so fun and exciting to be a part of. We get to see MPs joining in and doing yoga. We get to learn so much about what is going on in the world of yoga, how it is being integrated into schools and into modern medicine. There are some great people out there doing some amazing work, and we were so excited to be a part of it. This year it was held in the Houses of Parliament as well as the Nehru Center. A lot of work goes into these programs, and they're so educational, and we love being a part of them. Later this year, we were also a part of the International Ayurveda Day, which was held in Holland at the Primdani Wellness Clinic. And here, BCMA spoke about the history of Ayurvedic medicine and how, for the most part, all complementary medicine stems from Ayurveda. It is one of the oldest alternative medicines in the world, and we were really excited to be a part of this event. We want to thank Amarjeet for all of the work that he does, and we look forward to working with you further in the future. And now I want to share with you the work that is being done in the All-Party Parliamentary Group for Integrated Health. This group is led by MP David Tredennick, and in this group we hear from a lot of speakers. We're in the loop of a lot of conversations with key players in the industry, including the Professional Standards Authority and the CNHC, and discussion of all of the different controversies that are happening in the industry. And you might be surprised, but there's actually a lot of them that have happened, that happen all the time in this year year in particular. One of the main fights that we're looking at right now is the removal of homeopathy from the NHS. Now, recently we saw that in one of the meetings, we saw that the British Homeopathic Society realized that the NHS had a lot of flaws in the way that they went about investigating and removing homeopathy from the NHS. So they have since filed a lawsuit and have also put together a petition for an early day motion for further discussion of this whole controversy. You will find this link below. We have shared it on our social media page. We do encourage you to sign this link. You might be thinking, well, I'm not a homeopathist, and herbal medicine and all of these things have nothing to do with me, so I'm not going to bother. But what you need to understand is that this is one attack of many. If this attack can happen with homeopathy, then it is a direct blow to the entire industry. And let me explain to you why. Another controversy that we saw early this year was an attack on the Charity Commission. This attack was set up by Simon Singh of the Good Thinking Company, and this was initially based on a chiropractor who had made claims on his website that he could cure cancer and do all kinds of things, okay? This was initially a homeopathic claim on homeopathy, okay? And they had gone a good couple of years trying to get results with this claim and weren't getting anywhere. So they actually brought in lots of scientists and lawyers and all sorts to find and scour all of the different websites of different charities of all therapies and opened up their case to the entire industry. So as you can see, one dig on one modality has an effect on the entire industry, okay? And this is one of many. I could sit and list you lots of different ones that have happened over the years, but we just don't have time for that right now. I just want you to understand why this is so important. And I also want to take this time to remind you of other changes that we have going on. You might remember seeing an email that we are currently conducting website checks on all of our members. Now, this is nothing scary. We're not doing this to reprimand you, but with what I've just shared with you on these other controversies based on claims on websites, it is imperative that all of our members are not making, outrageous or false claims on their websites, and as well that they are not inappropriately, misusing the BCMA logo, because we have some great plans this year to have some huge growth in reaching the public, and by putting ourselves out there digitally, we do not want to make ourselves as if we've put ourselves on the shooting post, okay? There's a lot of groups out there that devote their time to searching out people who have, made any kind of claim, and any claim that is found on any individual therapist is a knock to the entire industry. Okay, you will affect the entire association, the entire modality, all of complementary medicine, just as we've seen this one chiropractor do by making claims on his website. Okay, so I will include links below as well to where you can have some simple guidance on your website to make sure that you are following all the rules and not making claims outside of your scope and outside of evidence. If you need any help with this, or you have any questions, please do not hesitate to get in touch. You can write us, you can write our fabulous administrator Tracy at office@bcma.co.uk, and one of us will handle your questions and get you moving in the right direction. If you do find that you have a mistake on your website and we get in touch with you, don't be afraid, okay? This is just making sure that we have everything, all our ducks in a row before we launch some great marketing campaigns next year. And we want to thank you so much because we reached over 1,000 likes this year on social media. So exciting. We have not done actually any paid marketing yet. This is just, slowly you guys liking the content that we share. We're so happy that you enjoy it. If there's anything that you want to see more of or less of, then do let us know, because we want to make sure that we are always providing you with great content. Some other things that we've been doing to raise our presence on social media is we have started launching webinars. Now the whole point of these webinars, the aim is not just for practitioners, but we're also aiming to provide information to the public about therapies. We're hoping that this will bring in more clients to you guys. It will raise an awareness for some of you that practice different therapies that maybe aren't as common. And, we cannot wait. So if you have any ideas and you want to do a webinar, then please, again, get in touch with our administrator, Tracy, and we will put you in the queue. Right now, we intend to do one every couple of months until we really get into the swing of things. Our first webinar that we had was with Anna Louise, and Anna Louise did a webinar on face reading. We had great turnout for this event. It was hugely entertaining, hugely informative, and we hope that all of you thoroughly enjoyed it. You will find a link below for the replay in case you want to catch up on it if you missed it. And thanks so much, Anna Louise. In the new year, we will be having a webinar with myself. Besides chairing the British Complementary Medicine Association, I am also a mentor and marketing consultant for therapists. And in the new year, I really want to make sure that you guys start the new year with a bang and that everybody is thriving in our industry. So I'm going to be doing a webinar hosted by Colleen, who hosts all of our webinars. And this webinar is going to be Find Your Niche and Get More Bookings. Okay, and in this webinar, I'm going to help you discover who you should be marketing to and the most effective ways to do it so that you're not burning out and wasting your time, okay? So I hope you guys will enjoy this. I have an extra special offer at the end only for those that are on the live webinar, not for the replay, only for the live ones, okay? So we look forward to you joining us. That's going to be the 10th of January at 7:45 p.m. and can't wait to see you there. You can find the registration link below. Now, I also want to share you some of the other things that we have been doing behind the scenes that you don't always get to hear a lot about because there's not always stuff that we can share about it until it has actually materialized into anything. But do be assured that we are a part of several different NICE guideline revisions. And they are constantly doing revisions, and we are trying to make sure that we become stakeholders in as many as possible so that we definitely have an influence on the growth and change. I want to remind you again about the yoga for back pain and the great results that we had for that. So no doubt we will be making some fabulous changes in the industry. Something that we take pride in here at the BCMA is how strong our name is. Even though we have fallen out of the loop of some of the different government conversations, we have not fallen out of the limelight for them to choose who to get in touch with when they want to make changes. Some of the other things that have been going on behind the scenes is that we were recently contacted by the NHS to help them make changes to their pamphlet for cancer treatment, for complementary therapies in cancer. And I think, even though we've fallen out of the loop with some of these conversations, it is very nice to know that we are still the name that they turn to for this assistance. Do know that this is the copy that is going to be held for doctors in the NHS, for oncologists, and the BCMA is listed at the end of that pamphlet for the public to find a complementary therapist. We were also a part of the government's occupational names changing. They basically are going through and doing an assessment of the different occupational names used and what they mean, where they stand, So it was really nice to be able to educate this group on the difference between a sports therapist and a remedial therapist and all of these things, what do the names actually mean? And again, just reminding you, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you guys aren't always aware of. We can't always share with you at the time. It's kind of pointless, but do know that there's so much going on back there. Another project that the BCMA was a part of was Bristol University's case study into how effective complementary therapies are for mental health. We were a part of this in helping them to establish different primary foundation trusts that were willing to participate in this, as well as letting them have access to our therapy directory to find therapists who were willing to participate in this case studies. They have since published this report, and we again are very thankful to have been able to have been a part of this. We also want to let you know that we now have a seat in the European Parliament. Now, we have Brexit going on, and I do not want to go political, please, please, please. But what I want to let you know is, we don't know what changes this is going to bring to our industry in terms of research and everything going forward. But we do know that it is incredibly important for us to maintain that relationship with our European partners and friends, because, this is where other big changes happen. We will be affected by those changes, whether we're part of the EU or not. So we now have a representative who attends the EU parliamentary meetings in Brussels on behalf representing for public health and well-being, and in particular to do with complementary therapies. So we look forward to updating you on different reports as that progresses. We are the British Complementary Medicine Association, but we do have lots of members outside of Britain. Okay, and to make sure that we are giving them the best services possible, we have recently also partnered up with Baylands to provide international insurance. Now, you know that we have always been partnered with Holistic Insurance, and that partnership is still intact. We love our friends at Holistic Insurance, but they aren't currently providing insurance for our European members. So we needed to have something for them. If you want to check out the rates that Baylands is offering us, and then do have a look below at the link. I do encourage you to only be to only have insurance through one of our partner insurance companies. That's Holistic Insurance and Baylands. Okay, that is because they have very high standards for what they will cover. We are going to be looking into the future for only accepting insurance from a few different insurance a few different insurance companies, simply because some of the insurance companies out there do not have very good standards at all. And if we are only accepting policies from a couple of different companies that have high standards, then it saves us a lot of time in vetting, the education that hopeful members come to us with. And coming up in 2018, we are starting, as we mean to continue, exactly as we left off in 2017, with lots of growth in the industry. So we will be attending the Long-Term Conditions Convention in London on the 25th of January this year. And at this event, this is an NHS-based event. It's only GPs and those in conventional medicine. And we are basically going to be spreading that awareness of complementary medicine, in particular, lots of different forms of Ayurvedic medicine for treating long-term conditions. We can't wait to share with you different coverage from this event. And yeah, we hope to make some great progress. There are also changes being made to the General Data Protection Register, and these changes are going to go into effect on May 25th of next year. We are just learning the ins and outs of that, and as soon as we have information, we're going to share that with you as soon as we have it. And finally, I want to close by saying goodbye to one of our treasured team members, Rena. Rena has been with us for several years, and she has provided so much great knowledge and experience to the team. I want to remind you that the roles of being a team member of BCMA is a volunteer role. None of us are paid. It's all driven by pure passion for the industry, okay? So we want to thank you so, so much, Rena, for the time that you have devoted to the BCMA. And this isn't goodbye. This is just see you soon. We wish you all the best in your future ventures. And next we want to say hello to Allison. Allison has a fantastic resume, which you might have read before when we introduced her. I think there's something in this newsletter as well that has some information. I'm not even going to bother to try and list everything because she has a phenomenal background. Allison has been a part of the BCMA team in the past, and we are so happy to have her back. So thanks for joining us, Allison, and I look forward to all that we get up to in the future. So that about wraps it up from us here at BCMA. We again hope that you've had a fantastic year and that you are going to have a fantastic 2018. We cannot wait to share with you all of the different progress, and thank you so much for your continued support. If you have any questions, any comments, or anything that you'd like to share with us, then do get in touch. Do not hesitate to get in touch. We look forward to seeing you in 2018.